Woman, stop trying to change me. Woman, please stop trying to change me. What's going on, family? Welcome back to another Real Talk. I pray y'all are doing well as we off top give the Most High y'all all the honor, the glory, and all praise and worship. Thank you, Yahuwah. Thank you, Yahushua, who hung, bled, and died. Listen, this is a bit of response back to you, Sister Natasha. Sister Natasha, the email that you sent a while back, and please just hear me. Please hear me loud and clear on this. As a man and dealing with relationships, we could say in the past, and of course being married, there are so many women that really believe they can change a man. First of all, it's not your job to try to change a man. Man or woman have to be wanting to change and willing to change on their own. That's the problem I see with a lot of women. They waste a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of years. He won't change. I thought if I married him, he'd start changing. See, the Bible is clear on what? Renewing that mind. See, ladies, let me ask you this question. I ask a lot of women this question right here. The man that you have, when you first met that man, answer this question for me, ladies. Could you live with that man the rest of his life with him already being the way he was when you met him? Could you live with him? Just think about what I'm saying. Could you live the rest of your life just like that without him never changing? Because again, who you are with says a lot about who you are. Now, I know people change. We already know that. That's why a lot of women say, man, that's not the same man I married. A lot of men that say that's not the same woman I fell in love with. That's not the woman I married. Because as my mama would always say, different stages, different ages. People change. People go through some situations that you go through, man, burn you out, stress you out. You kind of lose who you are in the process. And then some people know how to bounce back, but then some don't bounce back at all. So all the time you trying to change a man, it's not going to happen pretty much. See, a lot of ladies will say things like, you supposed to know me. You supposed to know my heart. You supposed to know what I'm thinking. Oh, man. Ladies, feel me on this. Do you realize how many times you have mood swings, emotions, what you feeling, how you change? And when you set up and say things like, I thought you knew me, half of the time I'll be wondering, do you know you? Do you know how much you change? Do you know you could be cool this minute, then 3 hours later or the next day, who is just walking in the front door? Because of the emotions. Men don't operate that way. But then you got these narcissist type men out here. You got different types of men out here who just crazy. Just like on the woman, that's crazy. But when you keep trying to change a man or force a man to change, that's really making the situation worse, because a lot of men gonna say, I thought you loved me for me. I thought you loved me for who I am. I remember back in the day, a lot of them old men would say, woman, stop trying to change me now. And that's why I'm using this title. Woman, stop now. Come on now. Stop trying to change me. You knew how it was when we first got together. And then the woman, a lot of times, start getting pissed off more and more because you ought to be tired of doing that. You should be renewing your mind. You should be somebody different now. You still talking about this and talking about that. But woman, that's who I am. That's what a lot of men say. That's who I am, and I thought you knew that. So a lot of times women get burnt out trying to change a man, and then they thought because they married that man, he was going to change. That's why I'm going to say this again. Who you are with says a lot about who you are. And that question that I just asked about, can you live with that man the rest of his life the way he already is without a change? If you can say yes to that, that says a lot about you. If you can say no to that, then that says a lot about you. See, it's probably only a few people that's going to understand this video, but I bet you that a lot of men will understand this video, because men deal with a lot of pressure. I tell my wife all the time, the pressure that we deal with what we go through on a daily basis, handling the load as a man and dealing with this world as a man, dealing with ourselves as a man, then dealing with our wife and our children as a man, it ain't no joke. And you trying your best to stay right up here and right here. And you got, as a man, you got to take all that in. And you got to roll with it. I have to tell women all the time, I don't understand how to be the real woman. Just like I tell my wife all the time, when we have our disagreements, I tell Didi, you'll never understand because you're not a man. You don't understand why I did it that way or why am I doing this way. I don't expect you to understand, even though the Bible say, and now you're getting understanding, you can't get it. I'm not saying the scriptures don't work. What I'm saying is emotions take over. It's hard to get understanding. See, fellas, we know 9 times out of 10, when it's a disagreement, we 9 times out of 10 gonna lose anyway because you going against the emotions. I said this not too long ago. It's hard to get understanding because you're going against the emotions. Now, when you can get a woman and y'all can sit down without the emotions and she can hear, she can listen. Notice I said hear and listen. Then you can move like that. You can move forward, but that's hard, my brothers, a lot of time because even when you go back to the word, I have to keep saying this. Even with your marriage is an ongoing conflict. It's just some is not as worst as others. Some know the scripture and some live the scripture. But I'm going to say this again. Your first battle of the sexes is right there with Adam and Eve. That's why from that point on, it was a forever ongoing battle of woman trying to rule man. Woman trying to be higher than man. Woman stepped out of order. Because the woman is the weaker vessel. I explained that many years on here. Not calling you weak. I'm talking about, well, I'm not going to get into that because if you want to see that video, just look at it about the weaker vessel. I'm not calling you weak in that sense because when you think about the authority, we just talked about this on the live chat. Shout out to my brother D-Way when he came on. When the Most High gave us authority as men, as husbands, that is the power and the authority, as Brother D-Way broke down so well. That power that comes with that authority, a lot of women have a problem with authority. Then a lot of women are waiting to be led. They don't have a problem being led. But even with the being led, it's still an ongoing conflict because you're not going to always see eye to eye because go back to Genesis. What is it, chapter 3? Your desire will be for what, women? I'm going to let y'all answer that. What is your desire in Genesis? To do what? And your husband will not allow it. He's not going to let you. He's not going to let you rule over him. You don't supposed to rule over him. And that's what make it become an ongoing conflict even in your marriage. You can be the sweetest woman in the world, but every sweet woman I know got a crazy side to them that you don't want to see. Every man I know that's humble and know how to, stay calm, got a side of them that you don't want to see. There's a side to each and every last one of us that you don't want to see. And it's our job to renew our mind, have self-control, and don't go into those modes that we know we don't want to go down that road because it's an ugly road. So I just wanted to share that with you. When you keep trying to change that man and force that change on that man, 9 times out of 10, that's going to run that man off anyway. So you don't have to agree with everything I'm saying in this video, but just give me some feedback, family. I love y'all and have a wonderful, blessed night. Shalom.